You should do it if you really deeply love feeding people, cooking, creating that sense of space. I'm not saying it's not profitable, but I don't think it's the way to get rich.
Right. Maj bhat, Bengali food is maj bhat. Why don't you tell the people that that's maybe just 0.1% of what Bengali food is all about?
So I started supper clubs because I was very privileged to be living in London where supper clubs already existed. I didn't come up with the concept, it was already there.
And how do you decide the menu when it comes to these supper clubs?
A lot of homesick Bengalis.
Yeah. Okay.
But here, obviously, the audience is Bengali. A little bit of change. I also don't think Kolkata is that slow. There's a lot going on in Kolkata.
Right.
Like, I literally was watching something yesterday. I'm like, Kolkata is actually really busy. It's just you have the option of not being busy.
Right. What is zero waste food? Hello everyone, welcome to Twisted Truths. Today I have with me Sohini, aka Smokeandlime, and we'll be talking about food and lots of food.
Yeah, food, lots of food.
Lots and lots of food.
Lots of eating.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, primarily we'll be talking about how, the eating culture is similar, perhaps also different between Kolkata and London. We'll be talking about why food is so close to our heart and what really makes her go all mad about food.
And Kolkata.
And Kolkata. So, Sohini, how are you enjoying your time here in Calcutta?
I've been here for 6 weeks.
Wow, that's a long time.
I know, it's so good because I've avoided winter in London successfully.
And how are you liking this lemon
This is
tea?
amazing. I love lebu. So, is lebu cha everywhere the same?
It's different in every
Because
city.
here I like this hajmola
Yes.
vibe in the lebu cha in Kolkata. It's like hot puchka jol.
And do you get a similar kind of lemon tea in London as well?
No.
Okay.
Everything's in tea bags.
So also, since I'm having coffee, since we're having lemon tea, let's talk about chai. So what I've observed is, we don't really get the same chai in London for obvious reasons. The continent is different, the country is different. It's perhaps tea out there. So tell us a little bit about why can't we have similar kind of chai or tea here in Calcutta or chai there in London?
I think you can in people's homes, but I think the general culture around drinking tea is just very different. I don't think anyone can beat Kolkata when it comes to drinking cha.
I do totally agree.
We have this like cha obsessed culture where like you can drink tea at like any point of the day and somehow nothing happens.
Absolutely. And tea is also, and cha here is also accompanied with adda,
Yeah, it's
that
like
is very important.
I think it's a cultural thing of like when you have cha in Kolkata. I'm being Kolkata specific because we're in Kolkata.
Please.
But it's like a moment to like pause.
Yes.
And like maybe catch up with a friend very quickly. It's not very formal, which I really like. I think in London, UK, I think most places in Europe, like meeting up is a lot more formal. And drinking chai is also very formal.
Right,
it's like you have to plan it.
And
even if like some of our closest friends come for cha, like we have to plan like, oh, you're going to come for tea on this day at this time.
Right.
So here that doesn't happen. I can be like, Joy, cha ke chal.
Yes.
And we'll have cha.
Yes.
So it's I think it's a cultural difference. Also the taste is very different.
Right.
Here it's more milky.
Yes.
The tea is stronger.
Yes. There's adrak, ilaichi and all of that.
Yeah, even if there isn't, the tea is still stronger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think in UK, the tea, firstly, I actually don't drink much caffeine. Here, for some reason, I drink a lot of caffeine because I have to. But in the UK, I drink mainly like herbal tea. So like not tea, I guess. It's
so
like,
is herbal tea legally allowed to be called tea? Or
I don't know. Maybe at some point it'll be like milk where you have to change the spelling. Because it's hot water with something. And I drink a lot of that. But usually I'll have my cha in the morning. And actually my husband makes me my cha in the morning. I don't make myself cha.
And so that chai is full of milk and all of that
Not
masala?
Full, but I have masala chai in the morning. Like you get these really good tea bags, bakri tea bags.
Yeah.
With like, I think that's my favorite one. And I love that in the morning. If not, sometimes I'll boil myself my cha.
Right.
But typically it's tea bag, milk, kettle.
Right.
I don't know, it's not as much of a ritual. That's what I would.
And how much do you indulge yourself in food? Not ghar ka khana, but bahar ka khana when you are here.
Yeah, I think, you know what, I actually think here I eat more street food. I don't think I go to restaurants as much. Also, I'm here by myself mostly for 6 weeks. So it's like it's hard to go to restaurants just by yourself
That's
because
sad.
you can't order much.
Yeah.
It's not like the
Yeah, you can't have variety. Yes.
Yeah, like
correct.
I'll order one thing and then I'm full.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think in London we go to restaurants a lot more. Here I eat more street food. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll eat puchka like every day.
Every day. Yeah.
Eat,
we keep seeing that in your stories. Yeah.
I'll eat roll basically 2 times a week for sure. And then I don't know. There's a lot of things I would eat a lot more of, but I think sit down restaurant meals less.
Which is your favorite place to have roll in Kolkata?
I think it has to be Zishan.
Oh, I love Zishan rolls, and I think they do it without the sauce. They don't.
Yeah,
put
no sauce in
yes.
Kolkata rolls, please.
They don't put sauce.
I went somewhere the other day and they're putting mayonnaise, and I was like, "What are you doing?" Stop.
They also have the particular variety of roll, which is the tikya roll. Have you had that?
I don't love it.
Oh, you never have. You don't. You have had it, but you don't like it.
I like a plain mutton roll.
That's it.
Like a mutton roll. That's it.
I think the rolls that they make here in Calcutta, I don't think they can make it anywhere around the world.
I agree.
Yes.
You can't. It's the parota as well.
Yes, absolutely. The flakiness of the paratha.
My favorite thing about Zishan is the parota.
I agree.
It's like so flaky and like a little sweet.
Oh, it's amazing. So I'm already salivating.
Yeah, same.
Do you feel hungry?
Yeah, I think we can't talk about this much food and not eat food. So I'm actually going to go to India.
Oh, really? Let's go. Let's go to India.
Funnily enough, we spoke about it at some point. But I've been going to India for the past few years. I love so many things, like the biryani, the galout, everything, the bara chops.
Yes. So India has also been very close to my heart. We've been associated with India for now about 9 years. So I think it will be a nice place to talk. And also, why don't you make some galati kebabs for us today? Let's do it. Yes, let's do it. Yes.
That might not end well.
It's okay. We'll still praise you. Yes. So let's go.
Chalo.
So in terms of biryani, what are the different styles or kinds of biryani that you have had already?
I think I've had most. When I first started working in the hospitality industry in London, I actually worked for a Hyderabadi biryani establishment.
Okay.
And the Hyderabadi biryani, I really love Hyderabadi biryani.
Right.
It's like really spicy, very, very different to our biryani.
Obviously.
But I really like it. I don't think it's, I just don't think they're like comparative because they're so different. Like my mood has to be different to eat a Hyderabadi biryani versus Kolkata biryani anyway. And then that same group of restaurants, we then had a Lucknowi place, and then there was a lot of Awadhi biryani.
Okay.
I have since been to Tamil Nadu and had biryani. They're like the wild chicken, like the nattu koi biryani.
Okay.
I like prawn biryani. But again, I'll be very biased. I love my aloo.
So Kolkata biryani is your favorite biryani?
Yeah, because of the aloo. Like, oh God, it's just so good.
I'm pretty excited to see what you do inside the kitchen because it's very exciting for me. I'm personally very excited.
So we're doing that first. Oh. The most unglam shot. I'm so ready to eat. Are you ready to eat?
I am ready to. So this galati kebab, as we all know, it is originated from Lucknow, and right now we are making it in India restaurant in Calcutta. भैया कौन से क्या मसाले जरा आप
बता दीजिए। ऐ ओसे बोलबे ना ओरा तो कोई बोलले तो तू ही बनाबी because I'm like,
is it the first time you are making galati kebab?
No, but it's the first time I'm making it in a place that like I love eating it from.
I am genuinely excited, guys, because मेरे को देखना है कि वो कैसे क्या बनता है. मुझे इनका बना हुआ galati kebab जरूर खाना है. So how do you feel about this?
Yeah, good. I've never made one.
I think how much would you rate yourself? 11 on 10 before you taste it, just till the cooking part.
7.
7. Okay.
7.
Obviously, she's a chef, so she is a bit harsh on herself.
A little harsh on herself.
But because I'm the CDP, so I'm saying this is a good 11 on 10.
Very good.
So, how was your experience? Tell us about your experience.
Very good. I think this is such a nice big kitchen. So, like, it's a privilege to be in this kitchen because I love the food in this restaurant.
Awesome.
I feel like...
Yeah, so you feel like you're the queen of the world right now. Yeah. So, shall we go back and sit?
Let's go.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we are here at India restaurant, and before we get to taste the kebab that you've made, before we get to eat a wonderful lunch, let's talk a little bit about your project. I think your passion project, your supper clubs. So talk us through the process. What came to your head first? Why did you decide to start a supper club instead of a restaurant? And what was the driving force behind all this?
So supper clubs are very different to restaurants, honestly, because it's in my home. So I started supper clubs because I was very privileged to be living in London where supper clubs already existed. I didn't come up with the concept; it was already there, and I got to see some amazing supper clubs. And then I think at some point, like 8, 9 years ago now, I think I wanted to do something of my own because I worked in the corporate industry before
Right.
that, and I think when I started, it wasn't like I had to do something. It was very, let's see what happens.
Right.
It wasn't like I have to like do this thing and then I have to get this milestone. It was very like, let's see what happens and let's have some fun. And I think as soon as I did my first event, which was like 2018 autumn, I knew this is what I wanted to do. I loved, and I think for me, supper clubs honestly it feels very Bengali. It's like barite adda and khawa.
Yeah.
It's very Bengali.
Yeah.
So it was like a very natural fit. I think through the years, my food has evolved. I've evolved. I'm older. I'm wiser. I've made a lot of food, and for me, I don't think it was a question. It was I wanted to do supper clubs because I enjoyed this feeling of like community, feeding people, kind of showing off my culture and my roots in a very particular, controlled way, which I can do at home.
Right.
So I really enjoy doing that, and I think it never feels like work, and it is my passion, but it's also my full-time job. But it never feels like that, which is
so for
great.
anybody who also wants to maybe start their own supper clubs, does it also give you enough money to survive, and not just that, but also to get some savings? And
depends where you live. If you live in London, probably not. Honestly, I think you have to be good at balancing yourself, your lifestyle. If you want to get rich, I don't think you should be doing supper clubs. That's not the way to get rich. You should do something else. I think supper clubs is you should do it if you really deeply love feeding people, cooking, creating that sense of space. I'm not saying it's not profitable, but I don't think it's the way to get rich.
Right.
I do a lot of other things as well, which is food related, but if I just did supper clubs, it's too tiring as well to like constantly keep cooking and hosting people. It's like a theater performance to some level. And I don't know if like I would love it as much if I had to do it every single day. Like I do it 4 times a month. I really love it. I do other things on the side. So I'm doing some content related stuff. I cook in other places. I do private dinners. So for me, it's like a mix and match. I think the benefits are that I'm in charge of my own time and my own projects. And so I can choose how to work, when to work. With restaurants, especially in a city like London, the overheads are too high. I really don't think that's like, you should, a person like me probably can't do something like that because I don't have this like massive bank of money sitting behind me to just like help me support a business. I think running a restaurant is very expensive. But again, this depends on where you live. Honestly, I think I could do supper clubs full time 3 times a month in Kolkata and be completely fine. But in London, I think you have to be a little bit more like kind of switched on and clever about it. Yeah.
So supper club, I think it's a very new concept. Maybe the last 10 years or so, it is really propelled.
In India.
In India,
yeah. I think in New York, Paris, London, it's been there for about 20 years.
Right. Which is still very new.
It's still it's not like old, but I think the concept, I don't know, like going to people's houses, eating, I think the difference is obviously there's a transaction taking place, right? It's financial. So you have to make a decision. It's an alternative dining scene where instead of going to a restaurant, you're going to a supper club. Differences are in a restaurant, if we're on a table, we're not chatting to the next table.
Obviously,
right? But in a supper club, people come with the mindset of socializing with other people as well as their own friends or their partners or whatever. So I think it's for me, I really enjoy that element that I can provide people in a very busy city like London where they can slow down, eat with their hands, and like, I don't know, it's like a little haven, I feel.
So do you think there's a possibility, say in the next decade or maybe in the next 2 decades, for supper clubs to be as big as the restaurant scene? Also, for somebody who's really into supper clubs to be mad rich, is there a possibility?
The first one, no, I don't think so, and nor should it be. I don't think supper club should. It's a very different way of eating.
Right.
And actually, again, like I said, you don't want there to be that. There is an abundance of supper clubs. I think in London, at least, there's a lot of supper clubs now, and I think there always has been. People go in and out of the business, and like they'll assess again this whole profitability and all of that. But I think if I had to do this 5 days a week, I would not enjoy. It wouldn't be fun. Like the point is exclusivity.
So it should not be commercialized.
No,
to
it shouldn't. I think like the point is that it is bespoke. It is exclusive. You're going for a very special experience. You're not going for like a mass-produced experience, which not all restaurants are like that either. But I don't think it should be as big as the restaurant industry. The restaurant industry is separate, and it's serving a very different purpose where people go to eat and enjoy themselves and have occasions and all of that. I think supper clubs are more for like learning new things about a city, discovering a new culture. It's the food you don't get to eat in a restaurant.
Right.
That's the kind of difference. Like in a restaurant, you will not get to eat the food I'm making. Or a lot of my peers and like friends of mine who do supper clubs, you don't get to eat that in a restaurant. And I think there's a place for that. And getting mad rich, I think people have done it in the past, but I think you have to. I really believe to some extent you have to come from wealth to make wealth.
Right.
To some element. To some extent. Yeah,
yes,
I think that exists. Like, obviously you can go viral online and make amazing money doing that, but I think for me, like, supper clubs hasn't never really been about content. It's been about feeding people.
Right.
Yeah.
And how do you decide the menu when it comes to these supper clubs?
I make it up. But I think I cook so much that I do make it up. I say I make it up, but obviously I'm cooking every day. So I'm experimenting all the time. I come to Kolkata, I like get inspired, and usually I'm writing the menu on a random morning while having some tea, watching some random YouTube video or listening to a podcast, and then I'll be like, and then I'll write my menu. I'm not a menu tester. So, I mean, when I write a menu, I don't like go and then test those items in the kitchen. I just cook them. So
perhaps the first time that you're making it, the first time people are eating.
Yeah, they're all my guinea pigs.
Okay. Has it ever gone wrong?
No.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It hasn't. Yeah.
Is that flexing a little bit?
Yeah, probably. But see, the thing is, I practice so much because I'm constantly cooking. I'm cooking for my friends. I'm cooking for family. Like, it's not like I'm stopping doing my work to that extent.
Oh, there's our kebabs. ये वाला कौन सा है? Madam वाला kebab. Oh my God!
Madam वाला kebab.
The moment of truth before we move into the next set of questions.
That smells good, actually.
I think
আমিও হ্যাঁ না আমাকে লেবুটা দাও দাঁড়া আমি লেবুটা নিই
Wow, this looks exactly how it should look. Okay, time for the moment of truth. Oh, it's quite crispy.
Yeah, I think I made it too crispy.
Good job. I think I'm having it. It's perfect. Great job.
And not terrible.
I'll give this an easy 100 on 10. It's too good. Yeah.
I love galawar.
So your menu in your supper clubs, is it mostly Bengali?
It is Bengali.
Always.
Yeah. So okay, the Bengaliness comes from me being a Bengali.
Obviously, yeah.
It's not kosher mangsho pulao, macher kalia, blah blah blah. It's not. It is Bengali in its ethos. It's Bengali because everything's cooked in shorshet tel.
Right.
It's Bengali because I probably add a bit of pati lebu to everything. So there's elements of it that are Bengali. I'm Bengali, so automatically that's there. But I also cook with, like, see, there's the benefit of living in a place like London. I have access to like every single sort of shop from every single part of the world. There's Polish shops, Portuguese shops, Nigerian shops, all of that. So I cook with a lot of different ingredients. Mouthful. And I think that makes my food different to how it would be in Bengal. But it's still Bengali.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the menu that is there in the London supper club versus the ones that you do here. Again, are they similar in nature or are they completely varied?
I would say they're quite different actually because so coming to Kolkata and cooking food is a bit scary.
And why is that?
Because Kolkata food is so good.
Okay.
I feel a bit intimidated every time I come here and cook, but I cook here with the mindset of I'm trying to give people a fresh perspective of Bari Bengali Ranna. I want people to go home and appreciate what they're already eating. Whereas in London, I'm trying to probably educate their palates a little bit to some extent. Whereas here, when I'm cooking, the menus are quite different. I'm not doing as much like dal, bhat, chachuri, bhatta, all of that. Obviously, albeit in a different way. Here, I think I'm probably trying to experiment a bit more and like keep the ethos Bengali, but then I'm telling people go home and appreciate your chachuri and dal and bhat. So I have to put a little different creative hat on, which I really enjoy actually.
And what about the people? You know, how different is the audience compared to Calcutta and compared to London?
Well, okay. I mean, the main difference is the London audience is very diverse.
Okay.
I won't have the same group demographic of people like repeated. It's really varied. So we'll have people from New Zealand, and Australia, and then America, and London, and all parts of the world coming together. A lot of British Indians, a lot of homesick Bengalis.
Yeah. Okay.
But here, obviously, the audience is Bengali. Actually, a lot of the time, it's typically my mom's friends or like their friends or family, and a lot of the times now it's been people who follow me on Instagram and they want to try the food. So it is more Bengali. Here it is different. I think here the audience is, I think, a bit tougher because they already have the flavors in their head. So
are they critical out here? Maybe not on your face, but maybe looking at them you understand.
No, but I think Bengalis are so opinionated. If something is wrong, they'll tell. Bole dewe. Like my mom's friends have given me advice on a supper club table. They're like, "Eta tumi eram bhabe amar moto eram bhabe kor." So no one will do that in London. But I think in London it's a very, I don't know. I can tell if people have had a good time. Like the room goes silent while they're eating, and then everyone's relaxing, and there's an atmosphere which is really hard to replicate in a restaurant setting as well. Here the major difference is I don't do it at home here, so it's in a venue. So there's a certain level of how comfortable somebody can get.
Right.
You can't like fully like.
Obviously.
You can't do the lad. Whereas London and supper club, people get into that zone of lad and they get very relaxed, which I really like creating for them because I think it's hard to find that in a busy city. Yeah.
Right. In terms of Bengali cuisine or Bengali food, we often there are a lot of memes also. Please keep on eating. Maj bhat, Bengali food is maj bhat. Why don't you tell the people that that's maybe just 0.1% of what Bengali food is all about?
So, Bengali cuisine is so diverse. You're right. I think mach mangsho makes up a very small percentage of our food. So actually with the supper clubs, predominantly what I try and do is make more of the vegetarian options.
Okay.
Bengali barite jeta, what we are used to eating. And I think most of the time people have no idea. Even most Bengali people have no idea.
Obviously,
honestly,
yes.
And that's a big difference between doing events in Kolkata versus UK, because in Kolkata, if people go out, they want to eat mach mangsho. It's like, if I'm paying, I want to eat non-veg.
Obviously.
But in London, that's not as much of the case. I think I can do a lot of veggie food and it's great. And I really like showing off our tito and like the aloo shiddo and different shiddos, whatever it is. And the bhattas and the dals. And there's so much of that in our food. And I think we're very bad at marketing ourselves, annoyingly. I'm trying, but I think it would be Bengalis. Actually, we were chatting about this yesterday. Like Bengalis only ham up their own food to their own people.
Yeah.
Not to other people for some reason. Right. We only like kind of big it up to ourselves, and then we don't overall express it as much, which is sad. But some of my favorite Bengali dishes are vegetarian. Like I don't know, like. Even very simple things like pepe sheddo, neem begun.
Yeah.
There's so many things that we eat at home that are getting lost because people don't eat it as much. But they're really good for your stomach. They're like tasty, and I don't know. We should talk about them more.
Yeah, and also you mentioned this thing that you follow or religiously adhere to, which is zero waste cooking. What is zero waste cooking?
Zero waste cooking is also so Bengali. When I'm sure you will agree with this, when you grew up, we didn't really throw things away at home. So yesterday's dal can be made into a daler bora.
Yeah.
Whatever. Or like you can add a different tarka. Lauer khosha bhaja, potoler. There's so many khosha bhajas. And I don't think not every culture has this. I think it's because of our history. It's because of how we have like grown as people. We don't throw things away. And I think that's amazing. I didn't make it up. I've just put a name to it. And I think that was because of a friend of mine, and we had this conversation. But it's really nice.
This is Dardara kebab, the one which we were talking about.
Yeah. And it's really nice for me to be able to like explore something like that, because it is all.
Thank you.
It's nice. Like, oh my God, there's amazing like items like kumro buker bora, like the center of the pumpkin. I make that so much in London. People love it because we're buying eating pumpkin seeds when like someone is advertising it to us, but at home we have it. Why not? Why are we not eating it? Why are we not cooking something with it? My Thakuma used to make this kumar buker bora. So I think it's like teaching people how to like open up their minds a certain way, and then for Bengalis, it's reminding them that we already do this. Do it more, because again, a lot of this stuff is not documented. So I mean, Bong Eats does such a good job at documenting, and they're like my friends. And anytime people are asking me for recipes, I'll refer them to their YouTube channel because they do so much good work. And it's nice to appreciate this, that we had this culture of zero waste. It's like people have forgotten about it. Let's remind them.
And what is your inspiration today when you do these supper clubs? Who is your inspiration, or what is your inspiration to keep going, or to keep at it basically?
I think coming to Kolkata really helps. It's like my fuel for the year.
Okay.
Not just eating this amazing food.
Yeah.
But also like walking around Rastai, like just seeing, like I'm a very visual, creative person. So even just walking around in Kolkata, going to the melas, going shopping, like buying dhoop, and like, I don't know, there's a lot of things that add to that for me, and then I kind of capture it for the year. Also coming to Durga Puja, I think it really fuels me for the year. There's such, like, I'm like an energy person. So there's good energy, I'll absorb it. And beyond that, traveling, like I think I'm quite privileged. I travel quite a lot. So last year we went to like Turkey, Sicily, and I pick up things from like different places, Vietnam as well. So I'm very like, that's why it's nice to have, again, not a restaurant, but a supper club where the menus are so flexible. I can cook what I want. And I think I now have a customer base, very luckily, that like they know like if they're coming, they'll have a good time. So like I don't need to like write a very strict menu. It's like an omakase experience to some level, where most people who come to my events don't read the menu. They'll just turn up. And then they're relying on me to feed them good food, which is nice.
So you live in one city, which is London. Perhaps it is one of the most cosmopolitan cities around the world.
It is.
It's a very fast moving city. And then you're in Calcutta, which again is one of a very cosmopolitan city. There are people from every community, caste staying here. Sure. But it is a little slow. People like to spend their relaxation time. They want to get their afternoon nap as well. How do you find the difference in culture? And since you again shuffle between these two places, how do you manage yourself, or what do you observe? From the outside, from the inside, because I think you're the right person to talk on this.
I love it because, see, when I'm coming to Kolkata, I know I'm coming to slow down myself.
Okay.
So my mental space is that I do want to slow down a bit. I don't think it's a bad thing to live in a slow city, honestly. I think London is crazy busy.
Right, yes.
And it can burn you out, and you're constantly on the go, and you're making plans, and it's like a hustling city. It never really sleeps, and I think coming to Kolkata gives me that switch and energy.
Right.
Where I can be okay with maybe not doing anything every single day. Or even if it's doing something, I'm like walking around in Goriahat. It's not like, but I'm again saying that with the privilege of knowing that I'm not living here full time. I'm here on holiday to some extent. I'm trying to work here and do my own thing in certain ways, but I like that change and energy. I don't think I can be go like 12 months of the year non-stop. I think it's nice for me to have a little bit of change. I also don't think Kolkata is that slow. There's a lot going on in Kolkata. Right. Like I literally was watching something yesterday. I'm like, Kolkata is actually really busy. It's just you have the option of not being busy.
Right.
And that's
which
nice.
perhaps is not there.
It's really nice. Yeah, exactly. I think
Yeah.
some cities don't give you that option. Kolkata gives you that option.
Right.
You can do 5 things a day, or you can do 0 things a day, and that's nice. I think you can just like
so there's something for everybody.
Have cha and chill, and that's also really lovely. But I think you don't have to be go here, which I think in certain other big cities you do have to be that way, because otherwise you're not going to survive. So I really love coming to Kolkata and having also we idolize all these European cities for being like slow and leisurely. And somehow when Kolkata does it, everyone gets like annoyed. I'm like, no, but we do that here too. Like you can't just have a 2 ghanta ghoom to pure and it's lovely. Yeah.
So what are your top 3 recommendations for anybody coming to Calcutta to eat
Oh
out?
my God. India.
Okay.
To eat out? It depends what you want to eat. Like, okay, I
But
would
if Sohini has to recommend,
okay,
your top
fine.
3.
Honestly, I would go for this UDP home.
Okay.
Because
I great South Indian food.
Like such good breakfast, like filter coffee, dosa, idli, and it's amazing. And the fried idli.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh my God, the fried idli
it's
there.
It's too good.
And I think I would say go to a Pice hotel for lunch.
So India, Udupi
Pice
and a Pice hotel. Any random Pice hotel.
Yeah, Pice hotel where they're serving like fish, tarkari, blah blah blah, all of that, like the whole spread. So then you get a bit of everything from Kolkata. I could sneak in a chili chicken from like Chinatown.
Right. Yeah. Which is your favorite restaurant in Chinatown? That's a good.
Tung Nam.
Okay.
I think it depends on my mood, but Tung Nam.
Okay.
Tung Nam is really good, and also actually away from Chinatown, Hatari.
I
love Hatari.
Yeah. Food there is
Hatari is
great.
good. But Kolkata is a food city. Like I think you can eat like 10 meals a day.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of a problem. Go.
Okay, so what does 2026 look like for Smokeandlime?
So, I want to grow my YouTube channel. I think I really love long format videos myself. So I want to do more of that. It's always been my dream to like be on TV.
Okay.
And I think YouTube is becoming TV.
It is. Perhaps bigger than TV.
Yeah.
Definitely,
so
yes.
Maybe I should be on that.
Right.
And then secondly, I think doing supper clubs as I've been doing them. Just having consistent events with consistent audience. Coming to Kolkata for Pujo again, and maybe doing a Kolkata Pujo supper club. I don't know. Let's see. But I think like I don't think I'm like a yearly goals person. Maybe I should be. I don't know. I don't think I am. I kind of take every month as it comes. But for me, consistency is good. Consistency in doing what I'm doing.
Awesome. So we have a small segment to conclude the podcast. This or that segment to get to know Smokeandlime better.
Smohini.
Yeah, I was about to mix the two names. Okay, so ready? You have to be super fast. Okay.
Wait.
Which kebab do you like more? The one which you've made or the dardara one?
The one I've made.
Same. I like the one which you've made as well. So right now you're also qualified to be a head chef at India restaurant. So that's additional thing in your CV.
Okay.
Ready? Okay. Late nights or early mornings?
Early mornings.
Soft life or boss mode?
Soft life.
Sweet talk or savage honesty?
Savage honesty, because I'm used to that.
Smoke or lime?
Lime.
Risk it all or play it smart?
Probably risk it all, sadly.
Passion project or profit play? I know
Passion
the answer.
project.
Yeah. Build quietly or launch loudly?
Build quietly.
Kolkata or London when it comes to food?
Kolkata.
Kolkata or London when it comes to dreams and ambition?
London.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Sohini. It was a pleasure. So the episode does not end here. Actually, it does because इसके बाद हम लोग सिर्फ खाने वाले.
Yeah, we're not talking anymore. I'm done.
खाते हमको बात नहीं करना. She's already started. I am salivating. So thank you so much. Thank you, Sohini. It was a wonderful experience talking to you. And then let's continue eating food.
Continue eating.